We are back live here on KJAGradio.com, KJAGradio.com. We have a tremendous guest with us today. Fluid joins us here on our big broadcast. And Fluid, welcome to the program. How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Pretty good, actually. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, because people have heard the name, but they don't, they don't know a lot of details. So, tell us about Fluid.
Okay, well, Fluid is me, and I'm an up-and-coming artist from Union City, California. I'm a rap artist. I also write music, dabble in a little bit of producing, like I said, songwriting, performing. I do consultations with other artists to try to kind of help them with their image and with their music. Got my hands in a lot of things. Got my hands in a lot of places these days.
So, how did you get into the rap part of it first? I guess we'll start there.
Okay. Well, basically, I've been a music head, so to speak, since I was a little kid. I've always been surrounded by music, either from my parents listening to it, stuff on the radio, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, things of that nature. And I first discovered rap back when I was in elementary school. Now, I didn't know, of course, at the time that would be something that I would be doing. But, as my love of rap music developed, one day I just decided to, and this is one day in junior high school, actually. I decided, just for fun, one of my English teachers had given us an assignment. They wanted us to do a poem that we'd written in front of the class. So for fun, I decided to rap the poem. Like I said, just for fun, wasn't sure what was going to happen. Got a standing ovation from the class and the teacher. And after that, lots of my classmates every day started asking me to do little raps for them. So I would go home and try to write little stuff.
That's awesome.
No former experience doing it, just playing around, and that's kind of how I got into rap.
Fluid with us today. He joins us live here on KJAGradio.com, KJAGradio.com. So, you work with other artists as well. You help out where you can. And how did you get into that? And fill us in on that, my friend.
Well, as I got deeper and deeper into the music business, I came across. I've starting to come across a lot of different artists who want to either collaborate, or there's some up and coming artists who they're seeing what I'm doing and they want to learn how they can kind of elevate what they're doing up to the level to where I'm at. So I have people who have kind of asked me for their advice, and so that's kind of how I got into it. And I've been doing that for several years now, actually, since I want to say I've been kind of advising people now for over the past 10 years.
Wow. That's awesome. So, how do people connect with you on social media, websites, all these things?
Well, I do have my own website. However, it's under construction at the moment. I had to change web service providers, so I'm in the process of kind of reconstructing my page. But my website is www.7luid.com. So it's kind of like Fluid, but without the F. You're using the 7 instead of the F. So
fantastic.
www.7luid.com. You can also check out my music on my SoundCloud page. You can find me on SoundCloud at Fluid001. You can also find me on Reverb Nation at Fluid001. And those are also my Twitter and Instagram handles, Fluid001.
Awesome. We've got Fluid with us today. Joins us live here on KJAGradio.com, talking a little bit about his music and pretty much how he got started in music. So tell me about some of your musical heroes and influences.
I would say some of my musical heroes and influences: Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Prince. A rapper by the name of Scarface, who's a member of a rap group called the Ghetto Boys.
Yep.
A lot of people might be familiar with them. Snoop Dogg, of course. Being that I'm from the Bay Area, a couple of my local heroes would be a rapper that goes by the name of Too Short and another rapper by the name of E40. There's some popular guys.
That is awesome that you bring up E40 and Too Short. I I helped book a venue in Salina, Kansas for a number of years. And there was always there was this. It was owned by this Asian guy named Johnny Kim. Yes, he was an Asian guy named Johnny, and Johnny always he threw a couple rap shows, and then he realized that there's a lot of money in this. So he kept wanting to get me to get him these different artists, and I always kept telling him, I'm like, well, it's gonna cost you. And he was always wanting me to get E40 and Too Short. And he was always telling me, he was like, oh, go get to E40. So I think that's fantastic that you bring up E40 and Too Short today. So what's been the social media response to your music online?
The social media response, I would say, has been pretty good. It started off kind of slow, and it's a learning process. I'm kind of learning different ways to reach people over social media, but it's starting to pick up. The more consistent I am with releasing music and music videos and whatnot, my presence on social media seems to be kind of picking up.
Awesome. So where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, I see myself having released, at least a couple different albums, in addition to other side projects, including singles, and hopefully my demand will kind of pick up so that I can collaborate with other artists that I've been wanting to work with. I'm gradually kind of expanding, and as different artists are discovering me and discovering my music, they're wanting to do things with me. So hopefully that continues, and hopefully that leads to me being able to do collaborations with even bigger artists. Like for instance, I mentioned Too Short and E40. I would love to collaborate with them at some point. I mean, I would love to do music with Snoop Dogg. I would love to do music with Scarface. I would even love to do music with Stevie Wonder if I could. Now, unfortunately, awesome. Michael Jackson and Prince are not alive anymore, so yeah, those are two people that I can't do anything with, and Tupac's not alive anymore either. So yeah, but.
Well, we are gonna do this. We are going to play some of your music. Tell me a little bit about "Never Slow Down." We're gonna play that here in a few moments.
"Never Slow Down" is a song that was actually one of my first collaborations with an artist by the name of Kaiser. There's a group from out of Oakland, California called The Team, and he's one of the members of the group. And actually, I give Kaz credit with introducing me to a very, very prominent team of producers called The Mechanics. They do a lot of production for a lot of different Bay Area artists, and they actually have expanded their catalog now to having done productions for some East Coast artists as well as people from the Midwest and the South. And last I heard, they'd actually have a new one that they've done with Snoop Dogg that's unreleased, but Snoop's been kind of teasing it on his Instagram page, so I guess that's coming soon.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to do this.
But this is one of our first collabs, though.
I am going to put you on hold here on Skype. We are going to play the song, and I will be right back with you here in just a few seconds. Hold on, my friend. We are going to go to this track. It is Fluid, and it's here on KJAGradio.com.
See, most of y'all motherfuckers, y'all shine, I radiate, bitch. Woo! Now fluid, do it, moving, do my business in the traffic. Ain't no slowing down, chasing paper is my habit. Running after dreams, in pursuit of living lavish. Gotta have the best, I be stressing like an addict. Some people say relax, but I ain't never been your average. Sit and wait type, I tend to do it like a savage. All I know is go hard, or I goes home. Quick to pull your whole card if you throw stones. Steady making moves, doing shows, plus I'm grinding. Safe to stay pippin', representing, plus I'm shining. I love my money too much to quit this. On a fast track, breaking my back to get chips. And I be moving so fast, my head spinning. Never hang with slow pokes, too used to winning. Champion, get her done like I'm Usain Bolt. And I'm so motherfucking fly, I don't walk, I float.
Everything moving fast, another city, another town. That money up, feet never touch ground. No slow down, slow down, slow down. never slow down.
No hazards, no stop signs. The boys stay moving like a California fault line. No downtime, and if you live a life of high, only recline time will be them hours in the sky. And that's my time for reflection. When I thank God for the blessing, went from a quitting boxing many years stressing to doing what a nigga love, and I rep with perfection. Lesson learned, many turns keep fading. Only concerns who kept it solid and straight. Money earned, call it talent, I call it fate. Shit came from the dirt, bitch, Golden State. I never slow down, like my nigga Yo say. Kings wear crowns, with great power, great responsibility. So I KIN with great agility.
Another city, another town. Get that money up, feet never touch ground. No slow down, slow down.
No slow down. Look at me.
No slow down, slow down. Never slow down. Boy, living loud. Life spinning in the clouds. By the spark up, walking through the crowd. Life spinning in the clouds. Life spinning in the clouds. Life spinning in the clouds.
Like my cousin S said, you can sleep when you dead. Rather spend my time getting major paper in the head. Fuck you, so true. Yeah, I said that shit. Super boss with the sauce, you can quote that bitch. Shit. I can't be stopped. Sorta like a freight train when the brakes is locked. Sticking in the mover like a boxer with the fastest hands. Trying to make my pockets expand like plastic man.
Everything moving fast, another city, another town. Get that money up, feet never touch ground. No slow down, slow down.
No slow down. Look at me.
No slow down, slow down. Never slow down, slow down.
That's Fluid, and it's here on KJAGradio.com. We are going to go back live to Fluid here on the big program. It's KJAGradio.com. Fluid back with us here on our big program. And great song, my friend. Great production. Tell me a little bit about the production part of that.
Okay, well, that particular song that you just played, it was actually produced by a very good friend and longtime collaborator of mine by the name of Richie Famous. Well, actually, it was kind of co-produced by the two of us. Originally, the artist that's on it with me, Kaz Kaiser, had one of his in-house producers produce the original beat for it. I took the song and kind of remixed it with my producer, Richie Famous, and the final product is what you just heard.
That is awesome. That is awesome. You've got some cool stuff here. Well, before we let you go, once again, how do we get a hold of you on social media, websites, buy your music, everything?
Okay, well, I have about, to date, about 12 to 13 singles that are out. You can find them on pretty much anywhere where you can stream or download music media. I have singles. Everything is on Apple Music or iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Deezer, Tidal, pretty much all the major music outlets. So that's where you can actually listen to my music, as well as I mentioned earlier. I have a SoundCloud page, and the majority of the songs that I have out should be on that page, and I try to update that from time to time. So eventually, all of my singles will end up on that page. I think there may be the two latest ones that I just put out, which are called Land of the Free and Major Leagues. Those aren't up yet, but they will be up within the next week or so.
Awesome.
So you can definitely reach me there. Like I said, my social media handle is at Fluid001, FLUID 001. That's for Instagram, Twitter. Fluid001 is also my page on SoundCloud. You can also find me on Reverb Nation under Fluid001. And eventually my website will be back up and running. Like I said, that's www.7luid.com.
I like that. Well, I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on KJAGradio.com. And we will talk to you soon. Great music, brother. I love what you're doing.
Thank you, and I appreciate you so much for having me.
Definitely. Well, I will be in touch. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You too.
Appreciate it, brother. There he goes. That is Fluid. And he joins us today here on KJAGradio.com. And you can get his music online and go over to KJAGradio.com right now.